A very good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for the UBC Lunchtime News this 5th day of August 2023. My name is Wadulo Mark Arnold, and thank you for joining us. Without further ado, these are the stories in today's bulletin. The President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Friday evening passed out 71 officers at the rank of Superintendent of Police and Assistant Superintendent of Police. This was at a function held at State House in Entebbe. Let's take a look.
His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda, has this Friday, 4th August 2023, presided over the pass-out of 71 officers at the rank of Superintendents of Police and Assistant Superintendents of Police. This was at an event held at State House in Entebbe.
Next year, our priority is to go now lower on the inspectorates of police, and then we can train, and eventually I'm optimistic we are going to build a critical mass, and then with the necessary tools and the necessary command and control, I think CID will be able to contribute immensely to the socio-economic transformation agenda.
According to the President, whereas prosperity of Uganda and Africa entails getting each person or family involved in the production of goods and services, strategic security is key to enable this happen.
So strategic security meant capacity to build a force, a defense infrastructure, and law and order infrastructure to guarantee peace for Ugandans, so that they can produce goods and services. That's what Magamba was telling you. That CID is not just uniforms and saluting and so on.
The President also gave an example of the newly invented parish development model and other government programs, where government has been giving grants and other items such as animals to the circles, but they end up being stolen and little is being done to recover them.
So therefore, here you have got two sides: production and market. Production and consumption. So this is point number one, and we shall see the implications of that once this is very clear.
He said strategic security is among the missions of the NRM revolution, and CID officers should play a key role in protecting the people against internal and external threats, like what is happening in the parts of West Africa, where the political class do not know what to do.
To have security of our people against all threats, internal, external, we need that. You can see what is happening in Africa today, the chaos in Sudan, in Congo, in Mali, in Burkina Faso, in now Niger, in Chad, in all those places.
The President also urged the officers to always remember the four principles that make up the ideology of the National Resistance Movement Party, NRM.
When you hear that an old woman has died because of poverty in the village, the CID may have contributed by not doing their work. Because how will people produce goods or services? Even now, as I speak now, we are giving this PDM. Even now, there are those cases. We are giving PDM to PDM this helping your villagers.
The Director of Criminal Investigation Directorate, CID Assistant Inspector General of Police Tom Magambo, thanked President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni for the recent promotion in the Uganda Police Force.
Allow me to first of all express our sincere appreciation for the recent promotions you gave us in Uganda Police. They had taken quite some time, Your Excellency, but I'm particularly happy because the CID, we managed to get 1,900 officers who were promoted in this last batch. This was after 8 to almost 12 years. So it has given us a bit of good morale.
Major Magambo said that so far a total of 138 CID officers have been trained and another bunch of 72 officers will be sent to Kabarie for training for effective performance.
Here, Your Excellency, plus this of 71, we shall have covered a total of 210 officers who are mainly our frontline workers, because these are the ones manning the districts. And we hope, Your Excellency, that if we achieve this target, then we are going to reduce on the excuses, especially when it comes to serving our people, because the district is the main center of where the complaints are, the corruption, all these other things. So we are very optimistic, Your Excellency, that with your guidance, we are moving well.
Magamba further added that the officers were trained in ideological development and then the technical aspects of investigating criminal cases.
The hybrid training we have developed, Your Excellency, is mainly handling two aspects. We are taking them through the ideological development and then the technical aspects of investigating criminal cases. Now, on the ideology, we have emphasized in the curriculum to teach our officers where we are coming from as a country, our history, our challenges, and then where we are after all these years, how much has been achieved, and then where are we going.
The CID Directorate is mandated to ensure effective detection, investigations and prevention of crimes. I'm Robert Anyango and Samuel Seneno for UBC News.
A section of lower-level leaders from Oyam district have signed a cooperation agreement with the NRM party with a pledge to fully cross over to the NRM party at the end of their third-term tenure in office. Majority, who are mainly from the Uganda People's Congress, UPC, have been welcomed by the NRM Secretary General Richard Odwong at an event held at Chadondo Road offices in Kampala.
Accepted norm that after every by-election, the NRM party moves to secure memorandums of understanding with the sectional political players. The latest on board are leaders from Oyam district, Lango sub-region, who have cemented a working relationship with the NRM party.
The people you have seen we've come with them have decided to join the mighty party of NRM. Signed the cooperation for now, and later on, when our term of office with the other party elapses, automatically we shall be NRM members officially.
When the president was in Oyam, you people mobilized many of the UPC supporters who crossed to NRM during the rallies that we attended. So we believe that you're coming to openly sign a memorandum of cooperation with NRM is a big sign that down on the ground the population supports NRM.
These mainly from the Uganda People's Congress Party UPC will join hands with the NRM party on many grounds.
The people we've left behind, they also want to hear from us. As we have come here, they are aware that we are here. There are those who are saying we cannot leave them behind. They are saying we are going with you. And they are only waiting for us to tell them that here we are.
The delegation from Oyam was led by Osen Tony, a district councillor for HMS sub-county.
We were just from a by-election. There was a lot of, bickering here and there. It has ended. I want you to unite our people, given that all of you were actually politicians.
We regret so much the loss of position of Member of Parliament for Yam North. That went to a different party, and that should not discourage us.
We are excited that at least we are confident that the district council is more than 3/4 NRM with your input. That gives us the morale and the zeal to come and do more work in Oyam district. And indeed, we are not disappointed with what happened there, because that is how elections are.
Richard Odong, the NRM Secretary General, is hopeful that the MOU will take the ruling NRM party a considerable distance.
We shall have a meeting where we shall call the NRM leaders together with you people, and then we shake hands and reconcile and make sure that everybody is at home. So we shall organize a homecoming function for you people, Yam.
The move speaks to the fact that UPC is no longer strong in Lango sub-region, contrary to what has been reported. Robert Nyango, UBC News.
The government's chief whip, Hamson Dennis Oboa, has warned district engineers against misuse and diversion of road funds. Oboa informed the engineers at the grant that the grant to be given to the district is now meant for maintenance of roads, not rehabilitation, and this done to enable works on more kilometers of roads within the district. This was during the Alebtong District Roads Committee meeting. Let's take a look.
Government has earmarked 1 billion shillings for every district this financial year for the road maintenance. Alebtong district received 250 million this first quarter, and the implementation of the road maintenance grant in the district already kicked off. During the district road committee meeting chaired by the woman MP Alebtong district, the government chief whip, also the member of parliament for Ajuri County, cautioned engineers against misuse of these awaited funds.
Who is that engineer who made submission without what? A drawing. Without a drawing. And you're right, explain circumstances why you handed over a site and signed a contractual obligation without a drawing. So for me, this is what I can say. Use your seniority to crack the whip on this stuff.
Obua noted that the fund is primarily intended to improve community roads using the available district equipment.
So we are happy that we may be able to stretch even beyond 100 kilometers. We will be using equipment at the district, and where possible, we will be able to get support, maybe from UNDRA, from Ministry of Works, including Uganda Technical College, Lira. But where contracts will be awarded in other disciplines, we still call upon the respective stakeholders to ensure value for money.
According to the district chairperson, this will improve the status of the impassable roads in the district.
And I believe if we use this money for like 2, 3, 4 consecutive years, I think the question of poor road network will be history in the district. I am promising that the team that we have at the district, I would want Alebtong to be a model district as far as the use of this 1 billion is concerned.
Alebtong district has been grappling with the maintenance of 417 kilometers of its roads.
Most of our roads are in bad situation. Most of the bridges are washed away. We have roads which are cut off, whereby our people and community members are not able to move and cross over maybe to the next sub-county. And that is a very big challenge.
All along we have been getting minimal kind of support from government in terms of road funds, which cannot allow us even to maintain even a quarter of this road network.
The request to government is that whatever went back to the consolidated fund should come first in the first quarter. That is the request that I should make to government. You don't carry forward what remained this year, then you bring it the last quarter of next year. What about this period? It affects the implementation of that project which was ongoing.
University students recently showcased innovative projects addressing national challenges with a focus on healthcare at the annual Supercom University Challenge. Internship students appreciated Supercom's backing that empowered them with relevant skills to address challenges and enhance job market readiness. The Supercom University Challenge is meant to foster innovation and collaboration between the academia and participants' work life for a positive change and progress among the participants.
Aimed at addressing national difficulties, particularly in the health sector. This was during an event codenamed Supercom University Challenge that is held every June and July, attracting a number of participants from universities in the country.
Our project was from the start of in time. It was looking at the problems faced in the medical sector. So there were the long queues involved while making appointments with doctors. So we came up with a project to develop a software whereby someone can just automatically fill in and form online to make an appointment with the doctor, rather than going to make the queues and spending a lot of time.
Come up with a project concerned with checking or testing blood groups of people.
The director of Supercom Group of Companies, Engineer Rogers Ahabwe, commended the participants for the numerous innovations introduced in the fields of health, agriculture and security.
In health sector, in agriculture sector, in the military sector, they have done so many innovations, and also in school education. But majorly there are some systems which are tracking the blood groups and also for medication and appointments. So and that is called Med Extra. They have done blood group innovations, and these innovations, most of them have been able to engage into the physical of a patient. Can a patient who is not able to go to the hospital be able to get a track and make an appointment of an organized doctor?
Web applications with the farming sector, they have come up with ideations about the easing of tourism. Also, when it comes to the medical sector, they have invented a web application for online orders of drugs.
Ahabwe pledged support to the best performing groups through funding their projects.
Know how to handle, for example, PHP. Yeah, I didn't know how to handle. I've learned very new things from Supercom. At first, before I came here, that was 6 weeks back, I didn't even know how to create an application. But right now, we have a web app that is actually towards our completion.
A seasoned university lecturer, Samuel Sandy, who officiated at the event, explained that the skills gained through these challenges would equip the students to excel in the competitive job market.
Friends and relatives of the people who drowned in Lake Victoria on Monday morning have resorted to mobilizing funds for a search of the bodies that remain unretrieved. According to their bereaved relatives, relevant authorities have not done enough to have their bodies retrieved, nor provided any updates regarding the progress of the search effort. Details in this report.
It's now 3 days since the cargo boat that was carrying passengers and merchandise from Kalangala landing site to Kasarani landing site capsized, leaving over 20 people missing. Since then, friends and family camped at Kasarani landing site to wait for the marine police to hand the retrieved bodies to them for the burial. The beloved relatives merely lost hope, saying the government has not done enough efforts to search for bodies. Now are getting updates from the marine police, which is conducting the search.
Government, betuyambe banoonya abantu baffe. Kubanga baguddemu bangi nnyo babajjemu mazzi.
Singa Mukama batusobozesezza abantu baffe ne balabika ne bajja. Tusaba government etukwatireko mu ntambuza y'abantu baffe abo tubatuusa ate gye tulina obbawuliza.
According to friends and relatives, they have stayed here for 3 days without food. With this, they wanted the intervention of Minister of Disaster and Preparedness. However, they have decided to mobilize funds from friends and relatives to conduct a search of their bodies, which are still underneath.
Bachairman bajja batukolemu omulimu balabe nga batusonda mu sente tunoonye bannagula amafuta banoonye bannaffe ku mazzi.
Naye kyannaku nnyo otanga ebitongole bya gavumenti tekunaba kubakuwadde n'ekimu ekijja. Tukubiriza gavumenti oba tusaba gavumenti ng'abavubi naffe tuli banna-Uganda.
Meanwhile, the opposition members of parliament, led by the National Unity Platform General Secretary David Lewis Lubongea, Entebbe Municipality Legislator and Busiro South Member of Parliament, have visited people who lost their relatives. They have donated some basic needs, among others, posho, sugar, essential commodities, to aid them as they wait for the bodies to be retrieved.
They have nothing to, drink. They don't even have where to sleep. They don't have sanitary facilities, toilets and all that. So we came here today to stand in solidarity with these people.
They have now called upon the government intervention and aid from family members to retrieve the bodies and pleaded for life jackets to ensure safety while on water. According to UPDF Marine, the preliminary report indicates that the boat capsized, was overloaded and was moving at night, hence making it difficult to rescue passengers, leaving more than 20 people dead. Marine Police resumed its operation on cargo boats, transporting passengers with life jackets, and abolished night water movements to curb water accidents. Deborah Namamonde, Sula Kagugube, UBC News.
Well, let's now take a short commercial break and return with more UBC News. Please stay tuned.
These days, our homes are no longer just the places we live. It's where we attend meetings, go to class, keep each other safe, and entertain ourselves. To do this smoothly, you need a reliable internet connection. Buy the MTN WakaNet router, which connects up to 32 devices and gets a free 40 GB data bundle at only 149,000 shillings. Or buy the MTN WakaNet MiFi at only 75,000 shillings and enjoy a free 15 GB bundle to stream, study, work, and play on the go. Visit any MTN service center to buy the MTN WakaNet router or MiFi and enjoy the internet that does amazing things.
And in talking news, MTN has improved on their data voice bundles. You can now call across all networks for the same price. We've talked to several eyewitnesses on the ground, and this is what one of them had to say. Amos, did you hear about the MTN daily voice bundles? So, to join many more other Ugandans enjoying these MTN daily voice bundles, dial *100 *21 hash or use the My MTN app to start enjoying. Stay tuned for more offers from MTN.
Juko. Yo. Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the parish development model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, Sebatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a portrait project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
This is the University of Africa. On the streets, you get your real education. Here, everybody has a degree of something. But the most important qualification is imagination. His reason is to be the GOAT. Their reason to imagine is to take the beat and make it lit. So no matter what your situation, just use your imagination.
Welcome back. You're still watching the UBC Lunchtime News, broadcasting live from Nile Avenue. Now in lunch business, Vivo Energy Uganda, the leading distributor and marketer of Shell-branded fuels and lubricants in the country, is thrilled to announce the launch of their groundbreaking customer feedback platform. This new customer feedback platform by Vivo Energy Uganda is set to revolutionize the way they connect with their valued customers, with a focus on enhancing their services based on real experiences. This initiative marks a significant step forward in the company's commitment to customer satisfaction.
The launch of the customer feedback platform follows the commendable recognition of the top Shell stations in the Cleanup 100 initiative.
By that we want to launch actually a barcode campaign where you are actually scanning a barcode, and if you are scanning this barcode, there's 5 simple questions that you need to answer, and out of those 5 simple questions we will actually rate your experience, and there will be a reward for those that actually using this barcode initiative to make sure that this campaign is actually pulling through all 180 sites which we will have before the end of the year.
Look at the Twin Sites initiative. I look at where we've come from. I'll talk about where we started this year. We had a brand audit, and the brand audit is done by Shell and some contractors from Shell. I'm glad to say and happy to say that we are now top in terms of the brand audit.
We need to make sure that the experience that we are giving our consumer is also the #1 experience in the country. By launching this clean campaign, we want to make sure that our consumers are actually experiencing what we want.
As of the end of June 2023, a remarkable 55 stations have already undergone comprehensive audits. Among them, the top 10 stations were not only identified but also re-audited to ensure the highest standards of service.
We comply with the Vivo set standards. We comply with all the set HHSC to make sure that all the waste is managed properly according to the standards that we are given as the Vivo.
Now here the initiative we put is that we have to maintain our stations clean. If you come here, you have to get that 5-star experience. Yes, so when you come to the forward court, you have to make sure the service you got from outside, right when you got, is good. When you come to the service bay, it's an excellent service. When you go to the tire section, it's an excellent service. When you go to the supermarket, restaurant, the places of convenience, it's all the same experience. So we put in a lot of effort and energy to...
And so we want to set this as an example to others that what they see they can also replicate and keep the rest of the retail sites at 5-star rating. It means that, it's 100%, that every time a customer comes in, what they saw the first time needs to stay consistent.
In recognition of the outstanding performance, 5 stations have been handpicked for the prestigious 5-Star Awards. Among these top achievers, the Shell station at Muyenge stands out as the undisputed leader, setting a benchmark for excellence. Sandra Kahonde, Robert Katamba, News Tonight.
Yes, and that brings us to the end of our lunchtime edition of the UBC News. Thank you for being a lovely audience. However, do join us later on for more news in our subsequent bulletins. And do remember the weekly business roundup airs tonight at 8:30 p.m. My name is Wadulo Mark Arnold. Have yourselves a lovely afternoon.